Hey everybody, it is me, the internet sensation known as Mr. El Topo, and last night I watched a movie. I do that quite often. I usually watch a movie, and then I usually play a video game, and I drink a little bit in between of both, and then I end the night by beating off and crying about being alone. But enough about me. I watched a movie that I bought months ago, and I actually I do this all the time. I'm notorious for this. I'll buy a DVD or I'll buy a Blu-ray or I'll download something on the computer and I'll completely forget about it. Like, I have so many DVDs on my shelf that have the plastic on it because I get intensely interested in something and then I just forget about it. But I got this movie JCVD, and that's Jean-Claude Van Damme, but it's just called JCVD. This movie, I think it came out last year. It's a French movie, and it's what it is that it's starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Of course, I actually think it would have been a better movie if it was called JCVD and it didn't star Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think it would have been funnier. But it's a strange movie in the sense that Jean-Claude, it's a dramatic role, and he plays himself. He plays an aging action star that does splits and who is in Time Cop. And of course that was Jean-Claude Van Damme in the role he was born to play himself. But this movie, I don't know. I'll give you a brief rundown of the plot. Jean-Claude Van Damme is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he loses custody of his daughter because his daughter's school friends make fun of her for being his daughter. This is the plot. Yeah. And the guy, the attorney, claims that he can't be a fit parent because he is in violent movies and he loses custody of his kids somehow. So he goes back to Brussels, back to, where it all began, to kind of start over again, and somehow he gets involved with these guys that are robbing a post office. I don't know why they were robbing a post office. I was kind of drunk when I was watching this, so the point why they robbed a post office, I might have missed it, I'll be honest, but I'm pretty sure they never really explained why they robbed the post office. They thought there was going to be money in it because of a transfer or something. I don't know. But yeah, this movie, it tries really hard to be dramatic and, like, profound, but it's really not. It's really boring, and the whole time, I guess what the director wanted you to do is they wanted you to see, you want to root for Jean-Claude Van Damme to start doing, like, karate and shit, but it's the real life. It's the real life. It's real life, so that's not going to happen. But you get teased with it a lot in the movie, and the result is just a boring movie. He's held hostage in this post office while the guys that are holding him ransom argue with each other, and that's the movie. And he argues with the big twist is that the robbers make it look like Jean-Claude Van Damme is holding everybody hostage because they try to figure out that's how they're going to get out of the situation. That doesn't make any sense because, of course, having Jean-Claude Van Damme be the hostage taker, that's going to bring all this attention to it. And at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, I guess, he ends up, one of his demands is that he gets like $450,000. And what doesn't make any sense is he's actually, at the end of the movie, he goes to jail. Jean-Claude Van Damme goes to jail, even though there was a room full of witnesses that saw that Jean-Claude Van Damme was being told to do all this stuff at gunpoint. It made no sense. I can't recommend this movie at all. It's a mess, and it's the most annoying kind of mess of a movie because it's a lot like how I felt about the movie Inside. If you go a couple of reviews back, it's a movie that tries really hard to be serious. Like, it wants you to take it seriously. Like, it tries to be this profound experience. Like, there's this one really long monologue of Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's talking about his life and how hard it is to live and all this stuff, and you know, it's shot very well. I will say that one of the positives is the movie is shot very well, but this movie is trying way too hard to be like an Oscar-worthy film, for lack of a better term. It's not. It's just boring as fuck. Like, it's just, nothing happens in this entire movie. If you want to watch a movie where nothing happens, well, I got a movie for you, JCVD. Because if nothing happens, I mean, I would have rather watched Hard Target or Lionheart or anything that Jean-Claude Van Damme has ever done. And, again, JCVD, stay away from this one. It is a bore fest. It's fucking terrible, like most things that come out of France. And that's it for tonight. If you want to watch a good Jean-Claude Van Damme film, Bloodsport, you can't go wrong. Bolo Young, the guy that played Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds, that movie's a fucking classic. So, watch that, and I'm going to bed. Probably beat off first.